Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's Trade Ideas and Signal. We'll be starting from where we left off in our last episode, and we'll try and see what we can capitalize on today. Okay. So, we've been coming from this particular high here, and we've been anticipating price coming down to this internal structure on weekly, and there we have it from this high, and we've been getting some kind of proper reactions that we are expecting to have from that same level. And as we have it now, market is moving in a direction. And the way it's moving, we can't fully bank on it yet. Maybe it's going finally, or we're still going to have some kind of retracement back into the level. But nonetheless, this is our trade, and market is moving away from our entry, and has given us a very perfect entry into the level, and we are using it to trade upward. But benefit of a position trading is the fact that it will guide your direction moving forward, and you will always continue to trade in the direction of that position trading. Even though within the trade, you can still have opportunity to sell with the market. But since we are in buy, and what we'll be looking for henceforth is looking for buy in the market. So here we have it. If we're going to kind of, without even delaying ourselves, without much talk and other stuff, we just review what has happened since our last episode. And we've gotten a reaction from this level that we have been anticipating, and we are trading high. And this particular trade has been materialized, and we are above it. So here, this particular trade happens to be our position trading that we are anticipating in the market. So it's a perfect 1 to 5, and we've gotten some kind of nice reaction from it. And we are expecting these highs to be transcended. And before us to be able to fully believe, except we've seen some kind of price actions here that is indicating that, okay, we can now switch to begin to move upward in the market. But at the same time, before I can fully be banking on is buy until I see a closure above this particular high. Even though on minor structure, we've gotten enough validation to enter the market and even doubling up on this something. But at the same time, for us to be secure and have full confidence in the buy of the market, we are expecting price to be trading above this particular level. And for us to be very, very sure, we need a closure above this strong guy that we have here. So without further delay, we just try and see what we can capitalize on in, in our trade here. So here is the level. And moving to the right side of the market, this is where we are in the market. Yesterday evening, I saw an opportunity to take this trade because of the kind of reaction we've been getting moving forward. And I talked about some levels yesterday morning. I'm anticipating price closure above this particular leg, then that will give me an opportunity to do what? To even buy in the market. So now, yesterday I spotted this particular, I was here around 2 p.m. during New York. I spotted this leg here, and I see that it's closing. It has the potential to close above this particular leg. Then I spot this level. It's not a very clean other block, but we can still tag it as other block. A very clean level. And I believe we can take some trades from. So let that be our other block somehow in the market. So at least. But for us not to kind of get carried away with my previous analysis, I will advise that we kind of do the analysis again and run through it and run it over again. Yeah. So yeah, we talked about moving to the right side of the market, and as we are on the right side of the market, we are on the downtrend, and we did analyze this particular leg to be our price range to be dealing from. So dealing within this price range, we can see, but what we have here on the price range is very, very simple. And moving to the right side of the market, we can see this turtle soup. We see the liquidity below this low that was being taken, and we've gotten a proper flip in the market. So having a proper flip like that, we can be anticipating higher prices in the market, And this is a trading leg, our downtrend leg, and is a major lower high, which is stronger, which we are expecting market to protect. But because we are coming from higher time frame order flow, so we can be anticipating that eventually this lower high will be taken out of the market. So from the reaction we are getting from this level and from a minor structure study, we see that okay, we've gotten a total soup, which is a very strong reversal in the market. And within the total soup, we also have a minor shift. So this shift now, we have a minus MSS in the market. And what are we expecting after something? We are expecting some kind of trend change in the market. And it give us which is a structure break. And what are we expecting? We are expecting a mitigation or that particular leg. So yeah, this is the level we are expecting some kind of mitigation from. So personally, with this type of price action we are seeing here, I don't even know because yesterday, if this level is going to be a very valid one, we're supposed to at least have what is it called? Uh, Retracement back into this other block before we begin to move higher in the market. And what I see is uh, we are anticipating higher prices in the market, and the market is not even chilling or giving us the opportunity to just have proper reversal. Even this particular leg that we have down here, would have given us a proper mitigation in the market. This level that we have here, this particular leg that we have here, supposed to give us some kind of proper mitigation. But what I have is we have a proper mitigation of every candle that we have from this level. And here just serve as a mitigation of this particular block that we have here. And it just use it without any proper movement into maybe the 25% or 50% of the block. Just continue to move higher like that without proper retracement before going up. But what we can spot here, even though this still remains as my trade, and as you can see during Asian session, we see what the market is creating. And we are already in London now. You can see what the market is doing. So let's hide this one. This will happen to be my trade today, and because I can't be jumping on any trade with all the reactions that we are having from this level. Let's hide this and try to see something. So we can see we are picking this as our other block, which is not even a proper one at that. Because of the type of price action that the market is showing here, I think that's the best place we can have our entry at. But even if this other block isn't a valid one or giving us kind of expectation that we want in the market, we have this pure fair value gap in the market that we can capitalize on. This pure fair value gap in the market. It's a very pure one, and it can give us some proper reaction in the market. So if you are not taking this full range of OB, we can be adding this fair value gap to it, and it can kind of give us some level in the market. So we'll be anticipating that level in the market. We check through 15 minutes. There is power alignment on it, and as you can see, there is this particular leg here that we are anticipating. So there is proper mitigation of this level within here. So if you cannot bank on this OB, if the range is too much for you, we can continue with our fair value gap. And we'll be anticipating liquidity below this here, below this low here. Here will be the internal liquidity that we'll be expecting um, markets to take, because we look properly from all this level, there is proper mitigation of all these candles. It's proper mitigation of all these candles from below. And as you can see, we have this double low here. And this is another thing in the market that we have to be very, very careful of, because of what we are seeing within this low here. Markets can retrace back into this low, but this fair value gap should hold it back if at all we are expecting the price to continue to move high in the market. But there is this particular leg here that's giving me some kind of concern in the market, and we have this double low. So we can have a retracement back into all this leg here to mitigate, to give us proper mitigation before we begin to move upward. Because if at all we are anticipating higher prices in the market, we are expecting that we're going to have some kind of liquidity voids in the market. But what are we seeing? Just see that the market is moving, giving us fair value as it's moving up. It's creating fair value, see it's moving up. So there are so many, even the level of imbalances that we have are being properly mitigated on lower time frame. And as you can see, the only improper mitigation that we have is this particular leg that we have. Even here that we are anticipating, there is proper mitigation of all the legs on 50 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour. There's proper mitigation. The only place we have void is this particular level. Under it's perfectly aligned with 1 hour, 15 minutes, and so that's the only place, and it's a rejection block here. But nonetheless, we'll be capitalizing on this particular leg that we have here. So I kind of believe I'll be dealing with this OP. I'll be picking the orange, and it lie perfectly with the fair value gap. And we'll be leveling the trade up. We're sticking with this OB in the market. At least the fair value gap is contained within it. And if at all, if markets want to go below the fair value gap into the internal structure that we have here, which consists of this little internal structure. So there will be our trade anyway. So that will be our trade, not changing anything. So this long position, I'll be taking the OB instead of the fair value gap. I'll be taking the OB as my full trade, and we'll be anticipating the retracement into this block before it transcends into the ice. So if I touch this leg, particular leg is being taken, then I'll be anticipating the low below this block that we have here. So, but nonetheless, the imbalances and the fair value gap that we have on this 1 hour is enough for me to kind of, we are having fair value gap, having this trend change, which is a mitigation block, and the orange, this particular blue line, blue candles happens to be the breaker block for this total soup that we're having. So we'll be taking our trades from here. We'll be only risking 1% of account on this particular level to move forward. So here will be my trade for today. We'll try and see what we can capitalize on. I would have dropped this particular trade yesterday now, but I was kind of waiting to see what the market is going to do around the area. So since we have it this way, whatever happens this London session, we review it during New York. If it is something that will make video over, then from here there we'll be taking it up. So yeah, this will be my trade. Thank you very much. Have a lovely and profitable day.